You can hide nothing in this world. Even people with the lowest emotional intelligence can tell if you're having a problem. If you're hurt, you walk with a limp, or you tend to favor that part of your body that hurts. If you're mad or uncomfortable with the situation, you tend to be more reserved, or you lash out. If you're unhappy with your relationship, you tend to lean on members of the opposite sex more. We've been speculating for years now on the dysfunction within the Steelers organization, and it finally came to a head when reports leaked of Antonio Brown getting into a heated argument with Ben Roethlisberger and throwing a football at him. Between the Facebook Live, this latest incident, should the Pittsburgh Steelers wipe their hands clean of Antonio Brown? The Pylon has that answer for you right now. Blow it up. I'm dead serious. Blow it up and start rebuilding. What Antonio Brown did was wrong, yeah, but in some ways he's being the scapegoat right now. Anytime you don't show up to work, that is automatic grounds for firing. But what you definitely don't do is attack your coworker, especially when he's more experienced and, quite frankly, more important than you. But don't get me wrong, it ain't all Antonio Brown. He's just a firecracker that took it to that level, and it's been heading to that level for years now. Football is the ultimate team game. You need leaders, you need people who are accountable, people you can depend on, people you like being around. And none of what I just said comes even close to describing Ben Roethlisberger. How many times are you gonna blame the flag, Ben? Not only have you become synonymous with throwing red zone interceptions at the worst time, you also find personal comfort in throwing teammates and coaches under the bus. So not only are you a crappy teammate, but you even show that the team doesn't even matter to you at this point because you threaten to retire every single year. So how long are we going to keep saying Pittsburgh, one of the most talented teams in the AFC, like it really matters? If they're so talented, then how come they haven't been to the Super Bowl in almost a decade? Talent only gets you so far, and it's clearly not getting you anywhere, so why keep putting up with the headaches that's holding the team back? And I say all that to say, Steelers are going 6-10 next year. You're here to hear first. And if that's the case, and the current regime clearly isn't working, not only do you get rid of Le'Veon Bell next year and trade Antonio Brown, but you really need to start pushing to get Ben Roethlisberger out of the building, as well as Mike Tomlin, unfortunately. Antonio Brown, yes, they will be eating a huge cap hit even if they trade him, but that's something you just gotta do. Regardless of financial ties, once you attack the franchise and burn the head coach and not show up for work, you're gone. You have to start setting a precedent in such an undisciplined locker room if you're the Steelers. Steelers fans want to get all excited about Juju Smith-Schuster, but go look at some of the issues he's had at USC. You think a young player who already has a history of being a diva isn't being influenced by a strong presence like AB? Yeah. Now Mike Tomlin, I really do like him. I think he's a great coach, but if you take me off camera and ask me, can someone control a grown man? I'll say hell no. To this day, my own mom, who I respect and love very much, cannot tell me what to do, and she never has. But the problem with Mike Tomlin is, that's his job. He has to control grown men, and he can't. He isn't doing a very good job at it. Him being a player's coach has come back to bite him in the ultimate way, and I think it may be in his best interest to get out of there if he doesn't have the respect of the players. Then we move on to Big Ben Roethlisberger. He becomes an unrestricted free agent in 2020. I know I sound absolutely crazy saying they need to move on from him as soon as possible, but they have to stop reinforcing horrible leadership at the game's supposedly most important position. If I'm the Steelers, I draft a quarterback in the first or second round this year, or sign a veteran with some cachet to push Ben Roethlisberger. The worst type of people in this world are the ones who don't own up to their mistakes. And if you're putting out the impression that you're still a respectable program, Pittsburgh, then you get rid of this bad seed as soon as you can, because in all honesty, Ben Roethlisberger is the start of this. And how many times do I have to say it? Change is hard, change is scary, but you have to realize when enough is enough. Antonio Brown is getting all the headlines right now, and you should move on from him because he clearly doesn't want to be there. But the exits of Mike Tomlin and Ben Roethlisberger should closely follow that.